Evening. I've had a few questions about the best way to varnish a painting. So, a couple of things you're going to need to know to have the right equipment, basically. So, basically, your brushes. So, you need some brushes, varnish brush from Atlantis Art. That's in London Fields. And then a nice soft brush, Da Vinci. That's a nice brush for this one for a textured painting. And then a filbert brush to get into any gaps. So you may not need them all, but if you've got them all at hand, if you do need them, it's good to have. The varnish, I would always recommend a good varnish that doesn't yellow. So buy a good quality one like this one. So it's a Winsor & Newton gloss varnish, and that's a spray format. So, or you can buy the liquid one, which we're going to use today, which I'm going to show you. So that one, that won't yellow over years either. You see some paintings, obviously they're yellow, but these ones will definitely avoid that. I've taped up the side of the paintings with a frog tape, so this is good, so it protects the sides and stops you painting over it again after you've done all the hard work and painted it already, so that's always good. So I'll start with the liquid varnish. So this one, so this is an abstract painting and a flower painting. One's very textured and one's got a bit of texture, but not as much as the flower one there, so that one's going to be tricky, but worth it once it's varnished. So it is always child proof, even for me. I can't open it. Yeah, so it's finally open. So what we're going to do, we're just going to spread it in the middle, a little bit of varnish. Don't overdo it, just put some, and then we'll just spread it and go up and down like that and try and cover the whole canvas. It will need more. I'm just going to do it. You can always add to them. Very, very awkward to take away, so if you do it this way, you shouldn't have too many problems. In most cases, us artists, we cause ourselves problems by overdoing stuff or underdoing stuff. So if you just do this backwards and forwards, top to bottom. Sounds very simple, I know, and it is simple if you know what you're doing, but so many people get this wrong. I don't know why, but they do. Hence why I'm showing people how to do it. That needs a little bit more to cover this side. People put it on too thick or too thin, they're a bit mean with it, or they're over generous, and this can generate a few problems. So you just got to get a nice spread, a nice flow to the canvas, and basically cover up all the points and corners that you need to cover. So if you go this way, up and down this way, and then we're going to go across ways, so that way it covers that. If there's any indentations in the canvas, the liquid will sink into that and pick it up. So there we get on. So that's well covered downwards. Now we're just going to go across, so we can add a little bit more liquid across, varnish I should say. Let's call it varnish, what it really is, and then backwards and forwards all the way. So let's give it a nice coating there. I may have put too much on here. I was a little bit generous, I think. I'm a bit meaner than this usually, but I can always use some on the next canvas. Just take some excess off. What this does, this really makes the colour pop. So if you've got a bit of a dull painting and then you need some more colour within that, then this will certainly make them colours pop, even if they're a little bit grey or, you know, not as vibrant. This will certainly improve the colour of the painting, and it's usually what sells it. Usually a nice bright canvas, bright colour. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to go over it again, thin it out a little. Helps the drying process. That means I can put it on Facebook or Instagram and hopefully sell it quicker. But this will protect it throughout its lifetime, so all from sun, smoke, soot, whatever, grease, totally protects the canvas. So that's why canvases now are hundreds of years old, because they was well protected in the time of their process. So there, that's making it nice and shiny. Just pop the colour, great. Now this one's going to be a bit more technical, the one next to me. So what I need to do, I've got to use either this brush to get into all the grooves and indentations, or this filbert brush. They call it filbert because it's like a rounded edge. So whatever corners I get to on this one, I should be able to get to them within the flowers with these and put a bit of varnish in there. So I'm going to dip it directly into the pot itself and then just wave it over the flower just to make sure that'll cover it all. Cause myself problems by making this too textured, but the effects are worth it at the end. So they are nice at the end when it's all embossed, and you know, when the sun or light hits it from a distance, you see different colours. It's nice. So okay, so hopefully this will stop anyone from being scared. A lot of people do their painting and they think the varnishing is going to mess it up, or it's going to melt the paint or stuff like that. Trust me, it's it protects it. It doesn't harm it, protects it. But if you know what you're doing, a little bit of guidance will definitely help you. I'm literally doing every single flower here just to make sure it's got some varnish on it to cover it. Bit of pasting on the varnish, which is good. There we go, keep it going. Hope some of you online there, hopefully you're going to start painting. You can always come to me for a bit of guidance if you need to, or any other artist. I'm sure they'll help you. But we all like to help each other. You're not expected to know the process, you're not expected to know anything. So like us all, we've all learned it through YouTube or friends or art schools, so never be afraid to ask. Okay, right, that would do for now, and then I would just go over it with a bigger brush now, just cover the big areas of the painting. Okay, I hope this helps. I think most of it's getting covered now, so this will definitely make the colour pop a bit, so that's good. So it brings out the effect more. Okay, I'll wait until that dries overnight and then see the outcome. If it needs another coat, I'll be happy to give it one, but we'll see how that develops, see what it looks like. You've got to make sure that everything's covered, that's the key thing. So be patient, don't be scared to attempt and do it again. It's fine, it doesn't always work on the first go and cover it. So, and it's worth doing. A lot of people leave them because of cost or time, or they ain't got time to do it. But at the end of the day, if it protects the painting for many years, it's paramount, I believe, to do it. So, okie doke, that is it. Not the best video in the world, no doubt, but it may have answered some questions for some people, give them a bit of guidance. So that's what it's about. Have a great evening.